This man's name was Paul, and he didn't want to go to war, so he was chained to a rock by the soldiers. The soldiers left a rifle, some bullets, and food with him. Paul had to fight for his life. Before the soldiers left, they told Paul that he must not come up behind them, otherwise they would kill him and give him to the wolves for food. As soon as the soldiers left, Paul started to collect the rifle and load the bullets, but it was too late because the soldiers had already disappeared. He had to get out of here as soon as possible if he wanted to survive, so he tried to break the chain with the rifle. The impact of the shot was so intense that Paul was in pain, but his bullet failed to break the hard chains. He began to rummage through the remaining materials and found his glasses. He thought of a good idea. He removed the lenses by unscrewing the screws with a screwdriver. He broke a pine branch, chewed it in his mouth, and rubbed it between the cracks of the lenses. After the lenses were completely dry, he placed an empty tree branch and slowly began to pour water on the lenses. He then focused the lens on the sunlight. He set a dried broccoli on fire, almost burning it. He quickly poured water on the hot rock. The temperature difference caused the surface of the rock to suddenly crack, but the chain never cracked. Paul was amazed. He patiently went through this process. Fortunately, after a few days of effort, the exposed spikes grew longer and longer, strengthening Paul's hope for survival. Unfortunately, the straw around him soon ran out and the water ran out. Paul remembered that he had a few spare bullets left, so he quickly took them out one by one and poured all the gunpowder he had collected and stuck it in a rock. Paul covered his head and waited for the gunpowder to explode, but the explosion was not strong enough. Paul started hitting the chain with a rock for hours to survive. He hit it day and night, and finally he managed to remove the nail and he was finally free. Do you think Paul is smart?